Walt Disney once said, "If we can dream it, we can do it." If your dream is to live near Disney World, then you can do it, and I can help. Hi, I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and I would appreciate the opportunity to make your dream a reality. I can help you decide which is best for you, a new construction home or pre-owned, based on your needs for size, neighborhood, and most importantly, your budget. How do I do that? Well, it's quite simple. I listen to what you want, and by using my experience as a realtor specializing in homes near Disney World for almost 15 years, I can find you the home you will love. Visit celebratingflorida.com and take your first step to making your dream a reality. I encourage you to create a free, no obligation account on my website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to you by email. Remember, if you can dream it, we can do it.
Remember that website, celebratingflorida.com. And when you meet Victor, be sure to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
The Disneyland Limited, now leaving for a Grand Circle Tour of the Magic Kingdom. All passengers board.
Star Tours announces the boarding of the Endor Express. All passengers, please prepare for immediate boarding.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors.
Please keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the train and remain seated at all times. Now then, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I am Sam, the American Eagle, and I am proud to introduce the Grand Circle Tour podcast, a celebration of Disney parks, but mostly the American ones. I really like these guys.
Hi, passengers. Welcome to another fun episode of the Grand Circle Tour podcast. I will be your host today, Ringmaster Holly. And with me, of course, I have my two favorite co-hosts. First up, we have Food Fairy Kris. How are you, Kris? And what's up?
I'm good. It's hotter than Hades here at the humidity level of scorched earth. So trying to stay cool. I'm having a really hard time working in my workshop because it's in the garage and there's no air in there. So it gets a little steamy in there. But we did the coolest thing over the weekend. We went to, it was called History Days, and it was two Civil War sites that they have put museums into that are super local. I mean, like one is 5 minutes from our house.
Oh, nice.
And the other one is in just like, I think it took like 14 minutes to get over there. It's like the next town over. And it was the General Longstreet Museum. He was a Confederate general. And then there's another place, the one that's in town called Crockett Tavern, and it's all dedicated to Davy Crockett and his history in the Senate. And it was just really cool to do this. All these old rifles and stuff. They had people dressed up, and they had rifle demonstrations of these old rifles. Wow. This one guy that had a display in the house, the Crockett Tavern house, this was his personal collection that he was there showing for the day. And there was like 7 or 8 different kinds of rifles, and they were like 4.5 to 5 feet long. These things were,
oh my gosh.
I don't know how anybody could have actually even used them back then, but it was really fun and super interesting. So this was
like an annual event that they put on?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
So we didn't know anything about it last year, but somebody that I belong to the art association with was telling me about it, and she had it posted on her Facebook page because she's kind of involved in it. So I thought that was really. I'm really glad that we went. So
Yeah, something fun to do.
yeah.
Local. It's always nice. Cool. So next up we have Conductor Dan. How are you, Dan? And what's up?
For all you OG listeners out there, you know how rare it is when Dan's on a show with the blondes. This does
Right.
not happen often.
I was just
not
thinking that again. Like, when was the last time again? Like, I was seriously just thinking that.
In your contracts, it states once a year, and that's where we're at right now.
That's right now. And our new co-host, she is a brunette, so you're safe with her, right?
I'll be with her next week, our first show.
You don't have
Walk in there with open arms.
anything.
So from what my waltz up. So yesterday I went to the Mets game. I'm a big Mets fan, as a lot of people you know. I have a love-hate relationship with the Mets. I think that's been well documented on this show as well. They literally hate me, the players. But we were in the gift shop, and there was a tumbler there, and of course it had Mickey on it in a Mets uniform, so I had to buy it, right? So I bought it.
Of course.
And we're walking out, and who do we bump into but Mr. Met? You guys know who Mr. Met is?
That's the
obviously the mascot.
The mascot. He's got a big baseball head.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
And I show him the tumbler, and I show him, hey, look, it's your buddy Mickey. And Mr. Met gave me the dirtiest look, like he was not a Mickey fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know if
he's envious.
I don't know. And maybe he used to work at Disney, Mr. Met. I'm not really sure what the deal was.
I don't know.
There's definitely some kind of drama that we have to look into.
Boycott the Mets now.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not happy.
Wow.
I know. So. Anyway.
What about
What's up with you, Holly?
So, this last Thursday, I went to Disneyland to celebrate the 70th anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. It was crazy busy, but mostly on Main Street because all the people were there, and crews, and so many people like live streaming everywhere you turn around. It was crazy. But it was a lot of fun. Everybody was dressed up super cute, like looking at everybody's outfits, from cast members to people visiting the park. So that was a lot of fun. I will be honest though, Disney really did nothing. They really didn't. So they gave us a button when you entered, and they didn't give them out all day. I forget what time they stopped it, maybe around 2:00. So they gave you a button, and the button honestly is not that cute. It's just like the castle. It's outlined. It's very basic. The background is just white. They did give us a very nice souvenir map, of course, with Walt on the front. So that was really nice. But other than that, there really wasn't anything. They did a birthday cavalcade, only one time, and it was cute, but it was basically the same cavalcade that they're already using, and then they just added the birthday cake and the birthday banner. But I mean, it's supposed to be like an all-day event, so why could they not do it more than once? It's a couple-minute cavalcade, because then we're forced to wait like 2 and 3 hours to save seats to watch this, which is crazy.
Wait a minute, you were forced?
Yeah, we wanted to see it. Like, if you want to see it, like, you had to save seats for like 2 hours, and it was pretty warm. So I don't know. So that was a little weird. But yeah, it's just, I hope for the 75th. And I know Jay said, don't expect much. And he was right. Like, they really didn't do much. And honestly, I know for the 60th, they gave out cupcakes, right? But how much would it have cost? Even for Disney Plus Day, they did the hats, right? How much does that cost to give out 10,000 for the first 10,000 people that come in, to give a hat, to give a cupcake, to give a cookie? Like, come on. Especially if you're there that day, most likely.
I was thinking about this over the last week too, because so like I said, I went to the Met game yesterday, and David
Yes.
Wright is one of the best Mets out there, and his numbers retired on Saturday. On Sunday, the reason I went to the game is they gave away the David Wright bobblehead. And they gave it to the first 15,000
Okay.
fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had to get there 2 hours early and
Mhm.
wait in a line that you wouldn't believe. And I just wonder if, like, I know that the lines were crazy, but I wonder if
Right.
that has something to do with it. If this is for a baseball game.
Right.
Imagine how crazy it would be
But
if they
it's
announced
funny you
something.
say that because I said the same thing. I'm like, Angels give out bobbleheads or blankets or
Right.
hats every Tuesday night to the
Yeah.
first
Wow.
20,000 fans. Really, Disney, for
Yeah.
a 70th,
But
you couldn't do
for
something?
the baseball games, they wouldn't necessarily, quote unquote, sell out without it.
Yeah.
Disneyland probably would still have a good attendance
Mm-hmm.
Right.
on that day, right? So, like, business wise, do they need it? I don't know. That's just like I was thinking about it. Like, why don't
I mean,
they?
yeah, they don't need it. But
Yeah,
the people that were
the people
there are
exactly.
like diehard fans. I met so many
Mm-hmm.
people that had every button from every
Yeah, right,
anniversary on
exactly.
where
Yeah.
like these cheesy buttons. And there were
Yeah,
they had some really cool
I
buttons.
think it's actually a good segue into the topic of our show, because like a lot of the stuff that
Yes.
we're going to talk about is
Ex-
this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So while I had a fantastic time, I mean, Disney really did need to step it up. But we're going to hear from MEI quickly, and then we're going to go into our topic.
Hey there, it's Ken the voiceover guy, and I'm here with Lori Oliveri from MEI Mousefan Travel. Lori, Adventures by Disney is so expensive. Is it worth it?
The service and local knowledge you receive are second to none on Adventures by Disney trips. I did one a couple years ago to China, and it was simply amazing. The people and the food were explained by and shared with, and we were totally immersed in the local culture. I enjoyed being totally pampered on that trip with 5-star restaurants and hotel. If you love to travel this way, Adventures by Disney is the way to go.
If you would like more information on booking your dream vacation, visit their website at meitravel.com. And don't forget to tell them the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
So just as Dan was saying, this is a perfect segue. So recently, Dan had visited the Great Wolf Lodge, and he was and the Hershey, what was that called? The Hershey
Hershey
Lodge?
Lodge. Yep.
Okay. So he
I
was
only stay in
talking.
lodges, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that can't be Lodge too. So, and he was talking about, some of the perks or the amenities that these specific resorts offered. And we got to thinking about other theme parks as well as different hotels, resorts, and what we loved about them and what we wish that Disney could bring into as well. And so we're going to talk about that, what we would like to see them bring over. So Dan, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Yeah, and I worry about these shows sometimes, because like a lot of these things, maybe business wise, doesn't make sense for
Right.
Disney, like we were
Oh,
just
for
talking
sure.
about, right? Because a lot of this is like, oh, just like give free this or add this,
Yeah.
that's going to cause $1 billion to make, right? Like, so like I get it, I totally understand like what some of our passengers may think, but
So if they have hate mail, tell them to send it to
Chris Banis.
gmail.com.
but I think it's just a good conversation to have, because I don't know how you guys did it, but I tried to think of like the less expensive ways to do things that
Right.
maybe won't like cost Disney an arm and a leg, to just add a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
add a little bit more. And
Right.
I'll start off with kind of like talking about what we spoke about in last week's episode, and that is at the Great Wolf Lodge. The lobby activities were just off the charts. And I know that Disney has activities. I get it, right? They have movies on the lawn, and they do the arts and crafts in the common area room, whatever they call it, right? And they have this and they have that. And sometimes they have characters. I think what the Great Wolf Lodge does, and also Jellystone Park, if anyone's familiar with that's more of like a camping thing, is they really promote the heck out of like the activity schedule. It's everywhere you look. It's on the app. It's posted everywhere. There's announcements, and there's a lot of activities. So for instance, we went to the lobby at like 4:00, and at 4:00 there was a show at the Great Wolf Lodge. If you're familiar with it, everyone, the gimmick at Great Wolf Lodge is you get a magic wand and you play all these games and do all these like treks and things like that. So they had a show at 4 o'clock, right? Then at 5 o'clock, there was something else. We went out to dinner at 5 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we came back and there was a a yoga thing going on, like,
Mhm.
stretching stuff, right? At 7 o'clock, there was bingo, which had like hundreds of people in the lobby to play bingo. And it was very well organized. At 8 o'clock, they had a kids dance party. At 9 o'clock, they had an adult, not adult, but like older kids dance party.
Oh,
And like the next thing you know, I look at my wife. I'm like, we've literally been here for like 5 hours in this lobby. And I'm exhausted. You know, we didn't even leave the lobby except to eat, which was just off the lobby in the restaurant. And like, I don't know, like I get that there's a lot to it and you have to have room for this kind of stuff. But I just felt that it just kept us, like people that may have wanted to leave the lodge to go to say McDonald's for dinner, they
right.
didn't, because they didn't want to miss all the activities. They just stayed
Mhm.
in the lodge for it. So, and like the giveaways for bingo was like, bubbles. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah.
crazy,
Right.
So I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good experience, especially for the boys.
Now, where is this one, Dan? The one
We
you
went
were
to the one in Pennsylvania in the Poconos, but
Okay.
I think there's a bunch of them all over the
There's
country.
one down the street from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you were saying like the Disney resorts, they have a lot of activities, but I think they also fail in the area of letting people know about them.
It's the
Like a
promotion.
lot of times, just like when we're doing the resort detours, I have a hard time finding what the different activities are and different amenities are. So they might actually have more that we just don't even know about. Like
Yeah.
they should be, I don't know, putting a push notification on your phone, like
Yeah.
1 o'clock, swing by blah 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 pool because we're doing this. And
I think every resort should have like an app, and you have like it's all under one app, right? But you could click the button to go to Epcot, right? Like and get like the Epcot stuff.
Yeah.
Why not have all these buttons for all the different resorts and have it very similar to that?
Mhm.
One of the things I love doing, even though I never watch the movies, is I like to look at the schedules of like, oh, what movie's playing tonight and what movie's playing tomorrow night, and just things
Yep.
like that. Like I don't know. I think Disney can do a better job with that.
agreed.
Yep.
Well, what was weird is we were talking about this, and a friend of mine, she stayed at the Disneyland Hotel this past week for the 70th. And she said, did you know they handed out activity books for the kids? She's like, I've stayed here so many times. I've never heard anybody talk about this. But it's one more thing that they actually offer, but we didn't even know about. So it was an activity book. And inside it, there was coloring, there were stickers, there was scavenger hunt, there were various like history things about the resort and things like that, but they don't tell you about that, or they don't pass those out all the time. So
The DuckTales game, which used to be the
yeah,
Phineas and Ferb and Kim Possible,
Mhm.
that used to be like a booth, right? And you used to go. Now it's all on the Disney Play app,
right.
which
Yeah.
so many people have no idea. When we played that last year, we must have had 100 people coming up to us like, what is this? And that costs Disney money to like keep up and like,
Mhm.
so it's just not promoted.
I agree. And we asked about it too, because we were trying to do it last year, and we like, where do we find it? And even the cast members had no idea what we were talking about or where to find it on the app to start it. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out. So, I mean, there's one more thing where they have some great things, but they're not voicing it to the rest of us to find out.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, Kris, what's your first one?
Okay, so this is actually a park that I have been to. I was in high school. It's Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Now, this amusement park was very small the last time that I was there. I have not been there since back in the day, but it is loaded with roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't go there just because that's what they have, and I am definitely not into that anymore. But this park in its own right has been there for like 150 years.
Wow.
I mean, it goes way like a boardwalk kind of a place because it's right on Lake Erie. And they have 69 what they call amazing rides, but they have family friendly stuff. There's a ride called the Wild Mouse, and then you've got coasters like Street Vengeance. And this was so funny when I saw this, I actually bust out laughing. Millennium Force instead of Millennium Falcon.
That's
Millennium Force is like an iconic ride, though.
But I just laughed when I saw that. They have live shows. They have immersive dining, which kind of piqued my interest. So I need to look that up and see what that's all about. But one of the things that I saw, they have a water park, but one of the things that I saw is they have like a summer pass that's only $125.
Wow.
That's a fabulous price just for summer access.
And they're probably, I mean, it's probably very hot during the summer, so maybe more people aren't going. So that's a great way to entice more people to go.
And one-day tickets, just a basic one-day ticket is $50, which is very reasonable. They have fast lane passes, and that includes 22 attractions.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can get that. And then two things that they have that are like seasonal stuff. This particular one started just a couple days ago on the 18th, and it runs through August 17th. They have Boardwalk Nights, it's called, from 7 to 10 p.m., presented by Blue Bunny Ice Cream. It says, when the sun goes down, the Cedar Point Beach and the boardwalk at Cedar Point electrify with larger than life entertainment, over the top food and drinks, games for the whole family, music and dancing and lights and all sorts of stuff. And then they have a Halloween weekends. It's not an everyday thing.
Okay.
Select days from September 11th to November 1st. And again, here we go with the Disney. Enjoy not so scary fall. I'm like, ooh, is this copyright infringements or something?
That is funny. That's
yeah,
really funny.
I just thought, but they just seem like they have a lot of things to offer that are very reasonable.
Right.
And, why can't Disney do just a summer pass for because I know Disneyland, they have special things for summer, but Disney World doesn't do that on a whole, right?
No, I don't think they have anything even at Disneyland. And I'll tell you that so all of our passes are blocked except for the highest tier. I used a ticket to go on Thursday. And besides the craziness from just being the 70th and all the media and, all that, the wait times were like some things were walk on. And that's what I've been hearing, that it's been like that every day. So, well, one thing I was like, why don't they just open up some of the passes every once in a while? Like, surprise, tomorrow's a free day or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It seems like, as much as they keep saying they're struggling, it seems like they would do something like that.
But I was really in the website for Cedar Point, it was like really informative. Much more so than the next one I'm going to talk about when I get to that.
But
it was very easy to navigate.
Other parks do things like what you're saying, where after 4 p.m. it's a pass after 4 p.m. or only Tuesdays, Thursdays, and whatever. But I don't know. So I don't know if they just can't get creative enough with that, or if it would just cause chaos. I really don't know.
I don't know. But like I said, I was very impressed, even though it's all roller coasters basically, and that's not my thing. For people that love roller coasters, it's a great park to go to.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the company that just bought Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
it is.
Yeah,
Cool.
so that's crazy. So I know that I think every Disney, I've never stayed in a value resort, so I'm gonna kind of assume that they do this, but I believe that every Disney resort in the rooms they have the little coffee makers and they give you the coffee, which is great. But I have to admit that sometimes that creeps me out because I don't know what the person I've heard horror stories. I don't know the person before, how they made it. And sometimes I don't have enough water to make my own and it just never tastes the same. Um, I love it when hotels put fresh coffee in the lobby and they just have it where at any time of the day you can come down and get a fresh cup of coffee and even a hot water if you want to make tea. And I know that that can't cost that much. I mean, I know coffee has gotten more expensive, but the way that they buy it in bulk and that little thing makes me so happy when I'm checking into a hotel, even a Hyatt, a Best Western, whatever, and they have coffee right there at all hours, even if they just want to put it in the morning.
Yeah.
Like that just would be such a big deal to me, especially when you're rushing out to rope drop or whatever and you don't have time to make it in the room or the water or the creamer because I'm not using that powdered stuff. I'm just not.
No.
But to be able to grab a cup as you're rushing to the bus or the Skyliner or whatever, and I know that they can sell it too, but I'm staying there. Just give me a cup of
But
coffee.
you know the refillable mugs. Okay, so you could go into
Yeah.
the quick serve, food court,
Right.
but if they had it in the lobby and it's going to be coming from the same place, I mean, they have
Yeah.
Joffrey's coffee, so why not put a couple urns of that in the lobby
Yeah.
so people don't have to go through the food court and do
Yeah.
all that stuff to go get something.
But how much happier would all of these parents be if they had because a lot of times I end up waiting, like, because I get to the park and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to rush, rush, rush. And the next thing I know, it's like 11
Yeah.
noon and I have a headache because, my
I didn't have
caffeine
my
addiction.
coffee.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, just throw it in the lobby.
I wasn't going to do this one next, but I got to jump in now because I have one on the same lines.
Okay.
And that's Holiday World. Do you guys know Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana? I think Indiana. Santa Claus, Indiana. Do you guys know
Yeah.
Holiday World?
Okay. I just heard about this place and it is on my to-do list now
Oh,
because
it's
of
great.
some of the names of the rides.
It's a
Like,
great park. So I have my mother is from Kentucky, so we used to go to Kentucky, travel to Kentucky in the summers, and Santa Claus, Indiana is not too far away from where
Right.
my mother grew up. So
Hey,
we used to
I'm a
go
Hoosier.
there.
I'm a Hoosier. I know where that is.
So do you know one of the things they are famous for is their deal that they have with Pepsi? And in the theme park, it is unlimited drinks, unlimited soft drinks, unlimited coffees, unlimited waters,
and
obviously.
sunblock, I believe.
And so, fuck, you're
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
I
And
told you I
I
looked
mean,
this place up.
come on, Coca-Cola. You don't think Disney gets you enough money? Like, strike a deal with them. Like, have
Right.
some like free drinks throughout the day. I mean, we all need that pick me up when we're going to the parks. How many times have I left the park because I have a headache? That
Yeah.
maybe a cup of soda would have like fixed it, and I would have spent
Yeah.
more money there, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I still remember that. I was all these years later, and I looked it up just to make sure that it was still true, and it is
Yeah,
still true.
it is because like I said, I had a friend that recently went there and I was like, is it worth it? Do I need to go there? She's like, well, it's cute. And so I looked it up
Yeah.
to price it out and I'm like, free sunblock? What in the world?
Hey, we Hoosiers know how to take care of our skin.
By the way, the coffee in the lobby thing, I was at a Hampton Inn a
Yeah.
few weeks ago, and the Hampton Inn gave me free coffee.
Yes,
And cookies.
all
They
do.
give you
right?
cookies too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they had the the little apple juice machine for breakfast.
Yeah.
They had that working too, so the kids
Mhm.
got apple juice.
See, and it just like especially when you've been traveling all day and you're checking in and you're like, oh, cup of coffee would be great right now, but I don't want to go all the way to whatever, or
Starbucks.
I don't want to use the one in my room because of so
Mhm.
many reasons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I just think that would be such a
Yeah,
benefit.
so the place where we were going to this was in 2022. We drove from here. Now we did like a dry run of this so we would know exactly where we were going, so we weren't trying to find our way on the day that we actually had to go down there. When I flew out of our no, when we flew out of Greenville, South Carolina, we actually drove down there so we would know where the airport was and everything. And we were going to stay at a hotel close by when we came back, and we spent the night there because we could park our car there the whole time because we paid
Nice.
to park
Yeah.
there. And then we were going to stay one night there when we came back because our flight wasn't getting in till like 7:30, and we were not going to drive all night to get home up here, like 6 hours. So we just spent the night there and then took off in the morning. And the day that we went down there to talk to them about the parking and then to make a reservation to stay there the day that we came back, they had their coffee and stuff in the lobby, and they offered it to us then, and we weren't even staying there.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really nice. They go, "Oh, you guys want to take some coffee to go?" And so we did. That was awesome.
I know. It makes me happy even when it's not good. Like, it still makes me happy.
Yes.
Kris, what's your next one?
Okay, so my next one is now I know that there's different locations for this around, but I picked the one that was closest to here, which is 6.5 hours away still, but it's Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh.
And this website wasn't as easy to find things that I was looking for versus the Cedar Point one, which that one really still sticks out in my mind how accessible everything was. But they have it says Virginia's Ultimate Thrill Rides. It's got 3 different height requirement rides.
Oh.
Like some of them you have to be 48 inches. Some of them you have to be 52 inches. And some of them you have to be 54 inches to ride. So I'm thinking, man, they got some pretty intense rides there. But they have Sesame Street characters. They have a Land of Dragons. They have kid-friendly rides. They have a Skyway, which it looks like the Skyliner, kind of, but more open air. But they have a ticket, an add-on that is called the Quick Queue, like Fast Pass, for $69.99 for the whole day, and it's for the entire park. It's not just certain rides.
That's a deal.
But the day ticket is only $49.99 for adults.
Yeah, if you're going, you have to do both.
Yeah, and they also, and I know that Disney's been doing this a little bit more with 2 and 3 day tickets because Universal does that. So I think that's why that started kicking in with them. But they have a 2-day ticket that's only $61.99. A 3-day ticket that's only $66.99. So it's only $4 more for another day over the 2-day
That's crazy.
price. That's incredible. Now what they have, and I think that Disney should try and do something like this, is they have hotel, because they don't have a resort or anything on their property. They have hotel partners in the Williamsburg area. They have packages available that include tickets, hotel stay, and also free dining for the entire day.
Oh, nice.
Which I think that is incredible. especially because of the price of the ticket.
Yeah. Dan, when you go to like Six Flags, do they offer that free dining for the whole day? Do they do that?
It's not free.
Okay.
You
I mean,
pay
not
for
free,
it.
but you
Yeah.
pay and it's dining all day. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do that? Do you do that when you go?
I don't think it's worth it at Six Flags.
Okay.
I will say that at Great Wolf, they charge us $100 per person per day, right? Which seems
Okay.
like a lot, but if you think about it, it
Right.
isn't. And they gave us breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
The only problem at Great Wolf was that it was all in the same place. So,
Yeah.
and it was a buffet. So it was like, okay, like after the third day, I'm like, all right, let's get going here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that those promotions because they have it at SeaWorld, they have it at Knott's, they have
Yeah.
but
Yeah, SeaWorld is
the only problem I have with those is those theme parks don't operate as quickly as Disney. So when you have those all day dining, I think you're waiting in line all day for the dining because, well, one, you want to get your worth, right? But they don't have mobile ordering or anything like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And so if they could get the kinks worked out, like
Yeah.
I think it's great to
And
like
I
pay
will
one
say
thing and
this.
forget about it.
Like I've been to hundreds of theme parks. Like the
Right.
food is so much better at Disney, just in
Oh
general.
yeah.
You know. And just to, this isn't on my list, but just because we're talking about it, I will say the food at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, is really, really good. And the reason that it is, and there's a hot take. I know people can get mad at me here, but the theme, the lands, you know what they are? They're countries. So it's very similar to Epcot. And here's the hot take: it's better than Epcot because you're just like you're immersed in it. You're not just walking into a little pavilion. When you're in Germany, there's German rides and an actual beer garden, which is huge, with like these huge tables that you sit on with real German restaurants, not just like a facade and like
Right.
German food, right? And the Italy area has like a great restaurant, and so
Yeah.
I
What I
will say
was
that
really impressed at though was the different hotels in the area that are partnering with Busch Gardens. There was some like 4-star hotels that are included in this, and I mean, to stay there, it was like not cheap. But then they had some that were kind of a mid-range, and then they had some that were a little bit less. But they all seemed like, I was looking at pictures, and they all seemed like really, really nice places. So that was kind of impressive. I mean, it wasn't like some podunk thing down the street that he wants to stay at. So
Right. So my next one is, and obviously they would have to completely start over or build new resorts, but I truly wish that Disney hotels had more theming. And I know that might sound crazy, but when I walk in a room, I want it to look like Mickey Mouse is just everywhere or whatever the hotel is. And I love the nods to it or finding a hidden Mickey, but Legoland hotels are incredible. That's what I want my rooms to look like when I go stay at a resort. And I know a lot of them are, like Old Key West. It has the feel, but I want Disney. Like I want all of that. So when you stay at a Legoland hotel, it is over the top, cheesy, like every inch of that room is a Lego. Like the wallpaper, the carpet.
By the way, I have to say, like, you stole one from me. This is on my list, so keep going.
But they even have like a safe in the room, each room, and they give you like a scavenger hunt, and you have to do a little scavenger hunt in your room, and then the prize is in the safe, and it's a Lego set.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
How much does that cost? 40 cents? Like to do this Lego, and it's amazing. Like it's so fun. And it is so over the top and so cheesy, but I always say I wish that Legoland could do their theme park as well as they do their hotels.
I know. It's
But
true.
and it doesn't have to be every resort. I mean, come on, people don't want that. But
But it
I
could
want
be
that.
little things. Like, listen, the Polynesian does the lays. I love
Yeah.
that, right?
Right.
But that's the stuff they got to do more. Like Port Orleans, occasionally they'll have someone sitting there with beads.
Yeah.
Why not just put beads in the hotel room all over the place and just
Yeah.
have people wear beads all day? It's
Yeah.
just about the immersive
Yeah.
thing, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, now
I-
it's like at Disneyland, of course, you got the Pixar hotel. So that I haven't seen pictures yet, and we are going to be
But
talking about this.
even that, I feel like it's still so subtle. Yes, it's
Mhm.
Pixar, but I want to walk in and like have Woody like, hey,
Yeah,
howdy
now
ho. Like,
see, to
you know,
you,
like
I want Woody in my room.
yeah, I
yes,
want
like
Woody in my room.
like a huge like a wallpaper of Woody of
Mhm.
like I don't want just a pillowcase with,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
why didn't they
Edna
do
Mode
that?
on it.
I
I
wonder
don't
why
know.
they didn't
I don't
do
know
that.
why
They
they
should
don't
have
do
just
it
gone hog wild with that
Yeah.
hotel.
because
So my example that I was going to bring up is, and I've talked about this on the show, is the Hershey Lodge.
yes.
The
Mhm.
things that they do at the Hershey Lodge are just over the top. You walk in, you get a Hershey bar. You pay your bill at a restaurant, you get, the little thing that the bill comes in with
Mhm.
100. I'm not even joking. 100 Hershey Kisses. Like, it's just they make it so outrageous where like they hand you the kisses so that you're holding them with like your arms because you can't carry them. That's how they do it, and they do it on
Yeah.
purpose. The soap is chocolate themed. The lotion smells like chocolate.
Well, you know,
The
the second we ended that recording, I went in to like book it. I checked prices, I checked the best dates, I started investigating. I will be going there just because
Yeah.
of what you told
Mhm.
me, the
Yeah.
theming and all the little I want that. That's what
Yeah.
I like. I like
Mhm.
theming and immersive. Like
Yep. I
and
love
that's
it.
why I go stay at these Airbnbs because
Mhm.
I don't want it to just be somewhere I sleep. Like I
Some
know
here
that
and there. Yeah.
yeah, like I want to walk in and just be like, whoa,
Yeah. I mean, they
this
had every
is a
opportunity
Toy
to
Story room.
do, yeah, they had every opportunity to do the Pixar hotel and
And
go
that's what I
over
thought
the,
it was going to be, even
yeah,
when I walked in. And
I
it
did
is
too.
good. It is good, but it's not like Legoland hotels.
Mhm.
Like even the elevators in the Legoland hotels, you push the button, it closes, and the disco lights come on and music starts playing. Like, I'm like, what in the world? Like, it's so fun. Like, that's
Mhm.
what I want. Come on, Disney. Give us a
Yeah.
fully themed out hotel.
Oh my.
Okay, Dan.
All right. I'm gonna go. I struggled with this one, and I don't want to bash Great Adventure or Six Flags too much, but there's not too much that Six Flags does better than Disney World. Although I continue to go, but I was trying to really think, okay, what is it that I love about Six Flags that I continuously go? And of course, a lot of it is the roller coasters. But
Right.
besides the roller coasters, one of the things that I think they've done a really good job lately, and when I say lately, I'll say the last 10 to 15 years, is making a lot of like areas. And what I mean by that, little like alcoves of like a shaded place to
Yeah.
sit. I believe they used to be like the smoking section,
Okay.
which now are
Right.
gone,
Right.
but like, and then like trying to theme it a little bit. So, like, for example, there was this one attraction in like a Spanish themed area. And what did they do? They made like a little taco hut with like this huge like overhang that they made with just seating. And it's just out in the open. Most of the seating is kind of like in like the main aisleways, but tucked away enough so that it's not like too crazy.
Yeah.
They put a lot of bars, and I know Disney will never do like get crazy with bars,
Right.
but they put a ton of like places where you could just sit, have a drink, relax. Maybe there's a TV on so you could catch up on a score of a baseball game or something.
Mhm.
Things like that. I think that they what they have a lot of, which Disney doesn't have a lot of, the misters
Oh,
that blow up
yes.
in fans
Oh
with the
my
water.
gosh, that's a good one. We talk about that all the time. Every year when we end up in Walt Disney World in July and August. We're like, why does every theme park in the entire world have misters but Disney?
Mhm.
I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or as I call him to my kid, Mrs., not Misters. That's my background, I always say.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one. I know. It's a crazy how it's still so hard to find places to eat, to sit down at Disney.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no matter what park it is, there's just
Yeah.
never enough seating.
Yeah, and it's become like kind of like a trendy thing to do to sit on top of the garbage, eat on top of the garbage cans.
Right.
But like, to what point is it like cool? Like, all right, I've done it before. Enough. Now give me a seat. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I want to
don't know.
sit.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, if I'm gonna if I'm not eating and walking, I want to sit. Like
Yeah,
if I chose to
Yep.
stay stationary, then I want to actually sit down. So
We sat one time at I don't know what restaurant it is, but one of them in Morocco that wasn't open yet. It was kind of early, and we sat. They let us sit in this like little area, and it was just so nice. It was just like we could just take a deep breath, relax. We each had a cup of water or whatever we had, and I just wish there was more of that in Disney.
So about a month ago, Disneyland over by Pirates Ride, they had this little area that it was a store, and all of a sudden they changed it, took everything out, and they turned it into the seating area. And it had a fake bar in there, which I guess upset people because people thought it was a real bar and they kept going into order, but it was a seating area. And there's not a lot of seating areas over in that area of the park. All of a sudden, last week,
Gone.
it's back to the store. The exact store. It was almost like a dream. Like, wait, did that really happen? So for like 2 weeks, it was a seating area, and then it's exactly how all the merchandise was in there. And it's like just Nightmare Before Christmas and Haunted Mansion merch. So it's so weird. And it was being used, so I don't know why they did that. It was so weird. They're like, just kidding. I have no idea. Maybe it made more money than they thought. And once the income went away, they're like, oh, wait. We got to put this back. I have no idea.
Wow.
So weird. Okay, Kris.
All right. So, I have to talk about Dollywood.
Of course.
Of course. Since it's right here, I kind of feel like the way you do with Disneyland, that it's right here now. I don't know, some people say, oh, some of the magic is not there anymore because it's like right there and I could go anytime I want to, but not so. So Dollywood has gone through a lot of changes over the years. It wasn't always Dollywood. Some people don't know that, but actually this park started in 1961 and it was called Rebel Railroad.
Oh.
And it was just a really, really small park. And it had a few tourist attractions right there. It was opened by the Robbins brothers from Blowing Rock, North Carolina. And it had the steam train. It had a general store, a blacksmith, and a ballroom with a theme inspired by the centennial of the Civil War. The train ride let guests experience attacks by Union soldiers and robbers and Native Americans. So they were like pretending that they were attacking the train. That's how this whole thing started. And then they sold to Silver Dollar City in 1977. And then it became Dollywood in 1986. So they're celebrating the
I'm sorry. The Silver Dollar City still had that experience where you get robbed, because I remember doing that as like a
Really?
7-year-old.
Yeah.
At Silver Dollar City, and my dad, who now I kind of think he just went to the bathroom, but I was told at the time that he was captured by these guys.
Yeah.
Oh. So Dollywood has developed into a massive enterprise, and it's full of roller coasters. We don't go on any rides when we go there. We just go and walk around. We go and have lunch. They have the new Dolly Parton experience that is really fun to go through. But what I really like about what they offer people as far as discounts is, yes, a 1-day ticket just at normal times during the year is $92. That's not cheap. But you can add the water park onto that for $10.
Yeah.
So you could do both. And then they also offer, which Disney should definitely do, is they offer a senior discount
Nice.
on regular tickets and passes. Because I got a senior discount on my Diamond Pass, which helps.
Right.
And then the other thing is that they offer in the month of, and I know it was June because that was the last time we were there for Paul's birthday, and this was going on, is they offer a really discounted price for day tickets to residents of Sevierville for the month of June. So
Okay.
any time that they go, they can get a discount. So like, wherever, what county is Disneyland in? Orange County?
County, yeah.
Okay. So the month of June, if they gave them a, $30
Right.
off per ticket or something. I mean, I think that would be awesome to do that.
Yeah. Well, some things were on my list too that actually, when I thought of it, it was Dollywood because I got a Diamond Pass this year for Dollywood since we're going. And the benefits were so great that I bought a pass, even though I'm only going for 2 days. But I got huge room discounts. It varies by what type of pass you have.
Right.
How discounted the rooms are. It was so significant that it was worth it for me. When you get a pass, you get a free refillable mug, which is amazing.
Yep.
And then I noticed on the app, which I didn't even realize this until last week when I had a friend there, they're always giving perks on there. Like for the month of whatever, you can get a $4 ice cream or something as a pass holder. And then if you buy your pass or renew in a certain window, you get a discount, or you get, what did you get? I think you got something for.
We get free cinnamon bread every month.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
So we had to renew before November 1st.
Yeah. So they only go on sale once a year. They go on sale for a certain time period. And if you purchased your annual pass or renewed in that 2-week or 3-week period, you get free cinnamon bread every visit or once a month or whatever.
And to me, the biggest thing is the bring a friend passes that you get when you buy it's four tickets, 4 bring a friend tickets, and you can use them all at the same time. And I know that you're going to do that.
Yeah. So now I'm only going to have to buy 1 ticket. We got like $200 off per night on our room. I get 4 free tickets. I get I think it's like 20% discount.
Yep.
And I think my pass was like $400. And so it was like a no-brainer for me to buy the pass
with
just
the
for the
senior
tickets
discount was three. I want to say it was like $349, something like that. And then so and we did not renew Paul's because we're not going to renew. We're not going to do it again this year. We're going to skip a year. So we figured it out last year, and this is why we did not renew his pass for this year, is we only went 4 times last year. I am so busy with all my shows and stuff that we're really having a hard time trying to figure out when we're going. So this is saving me $300.
Right.
He had a gold pass. And so we're just going the 4 times this year and using my bring a friend tickets for him. So
that's what I was saying. So obviously we have Disneyland annual passes. They don't have to do anything. They used to give a like $20 or $40 renewal discount when you renewed in the first X amount of days when it was time. They don't have to do that anymore because they sell out, right?
Right.
But how nice would it be if they just said, thanks for renewing, get a free box of popcorn on your
Yes.
next visit?
Yeah.
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
much does that cost him? How happy would that make me? Grab a free churro. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm spending literally thousands of dollars a year on our annual passes.
Right.
They are now $1,000 each when I renew in like 5 days. It's going to
Yep.
cost me $1,000 for our pass that we're blocked out all summer.
They can throw
How
those
happy would
barcodes
I be
into the
over a
app.
thing of popcorn? I would be
Mhm.
thrilled. Spending
Yeah.
$4,000 and getting a well, they just raised the price this week. So what, $6.50 now for a box of
Uh-huh.
popcorn? How much does it cost Disney?
Yeah.
8
Yeah, they
cents?
can throw those barcodes into the app just like Dollywood
Yeah.
does for whatever it is that I'm going to redeem. I have a big beef about Dollywood's app. I think it's very difficult to navigate in comparison to Disney's. They
Right.
need to step up their game on this app, but they have the barcodes in there that you need to use, and
Right.
they're right there. So,
But I mean, Disney doesn't have to give me a free popcorn. But is it going to make me as a guest, as an annual pass holder, that much happier by getting something so insignificant? Yes. So I know, as Dan started out this episode saying, it doesn't make sense, business sense, but it does, because these little things make us happy. And we sometimes forget about the bigger gripes. Well, they gave me a free churro. They gave me a free whatever. And then we're not as grumpy over all the other things, that I didn't get a cupcake after waiting in line
yeah.
for.
Well, your
What's
free
the biggest
churro
thing
is
you,
going to make you spend that $6.50 or $8 someplace else.
what's the
So,
biggest thing you just said though out of that whole?
It doesn't make business sense.
Well, no.
Oh,
They're not doing all of this yet. Still, next week you're going to be spending thousands of dollars on it.
yes.
So,
I
like,
know.
you know,
But
to them it doesn't matter. You're still going to do
right,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
know.
I know. But honestly, now I'm on the fence. Do I
Yeah.
renew
No, I get
at
it. And
$1,000? Like,
it's
so I don't know.
a slippery slope that
Yeah.
Disney is going down.
Yeah.
That maybe people like us that hosted Disney podcasts are not going to be the people that bail out, but there are people bailing out. And
Right.
you know, Disney and their model somewhere say that it's okay for that to happen as long as they could keep the quote unquote elite to keep coming, you know.
But then, as we know, the elite start going other places. Like, Dan, when was the last time you were there? Like,
I,
you normally went every single year, right? And
totally
spent.
agree. I mean, I just told you about all these places that I've
Right.
been recently,
Right.
you know, that
And
that
your
money,
vacation every summer used to be at Disney World, and
totally
now it
agree.
is
And that
not.
all that money that all these places got from me would have gone to Disney.
Right. So while we're
Yeah.
still a fan and we're still doing all the things, here's a thing. These are all the wonderful things
Yep.
that would entice us to spend every vacation, put coffee in the lobby, give us some more activities where we feel like we're getting our money's worth, because other places are giving it to us. So
Yep.
you can't win. You can't win in this situation, right? Like, no matter what they do, if they gave me the free popcorn, I'm still going to be mad at something else, right? Like, but I would be
But
happier
it
for that
piles up.
moment.
I think that's what you're saying. It
Yeah.
piles up, right? And eventually there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back.
Right. Exactly. But I mean, this is fun still. It's also like, I like hearing about the other things
Yes,
that
I agree.
different parks are doing. And now all
I
these
love it.
other locations, I need to go to Holiday World and ride the gravy train or something. I feel like it's called you get in a gravy
I don't
boat.
remember. I don't remember the attractions, but I do remember going as
Yeah. And
a little boy and like
really
loving
want
it.
that
You know?
free sunblock.
And the fact that like the town is called Santa Claus. That's the
Oh
name.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yep.
So, but
Yep.
yeah,
Well, can I just say one other quick one? I know we're
yeah,
running out of time, but
yeah.
it's just something that like I grew up with, and like how hard would it be for Disney to do this, especially with all their IPs they have? When you go to Hershey Park, the first thing you do when you walk into the park is you have a couple different sculptures of the candy, right? So like there's a Hershey bar that walks around, there's a
Right.
Mr. Twizzler that walks around, there's a Mr. Jolly Rancher that walks around, and each one of them represents the different height requirements. So there's no you have to be 42 inches to ride this ride. It's hey, you have to be at least a Twizzler to ride this ride.
Okay.
And
Okay.
every
Yeah.
kid strives to be a Jolly Rancher because that's the
Right.
tallest one. And
That's
once
cute.
once you're a Jolly Rancher, you're good. You're golden,
Yeah.
right? The last time we went, Connor got to be a Jolly Rancher, and he's like, I could do anything, you know? And like, I don't know, how cool would that be if they did something like that? I don't know, make it like a Goofy. If you're a
Right.
Goofy,
Goofy, and
you
Goofy's
get
the
to go.
tallest because he's the
Exactly.
tallest. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then there's even like merch that they sell that said, you know, I'm finally a Twizzler, you know, and it's like,
Yeah, that's
personal
cute.
Twizzler.
I like that.
That's
I love
great.
That is.
And every time we go, we have to take the picture with the sculptures, you know.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's cute. I like that
That
one.
is cute.
So on that last one, we are going to wrap it up. So passengers, what little perks from other resorts, hotels, theme parks would you like to see Disney do? It doesn't have to be expensive, extravagant. What do you love as an amenity?
Yeah.
And with that, Ken?
It doesn't even have to be a perk. It could just
Yeah.
be like something. They do
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
The brand of Kleenex. I don't know. Like, oh, Kleenex is a brand, but anyways.
That's
Ken-
next week's topic.
Yeah. I can't wait.
If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to visit our Facebook page, Disney Friends of the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. While you're on Facebook, like our page, Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, on Instagram at GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. On TikTok, Grand Circle Tour. That's all one word. If you'd like to email us, drop us a line, gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merch can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your visit, leave us a review on Apple Podcast. Only one rule, make it good. All logos, sounds, music, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned in full by the Disney Corporation, and they are not, nor are they intended to be owned in any way by the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.
Oh, Grand Circle Tour, take us away through Disney parks where magic stays. With Holly and Dan and Kris so fine, Francine's laughter is a sparkling sign. From Main Street lights to the jungle's roar, they're the crew you trust to explore every castle and every land with a cupcake in each hand. Stan's hidden secret tales take us so high, Dan's puns make the time fly. Holly's smile shines brighter than a star, this podcast our passport near and far.